Hi, I'm Sinead and I'm the lead vocals for Courtesans. Vicky is not here, but she plays tappy tap tap on the drums.
Hi, I'm Saffire Sanchez and I'm guitarist.
Hey, I'm Agnes and I make a low frequency noise on the bass.
We're Courtesans and you're listening to
Rhino Radio.
Okay, ladies, you ready?
We're ready. Are you ready?
With you ladies, I'm never ready. You already embarrassed me
Oh,
last time when I forgot Sapphire's first name.
Don't worry about it.
But now I think I'm ready. I got Sinead,
Hello.
Sapphire, Agnes.
Hi.
We're missing Vicky. So
We
I
are.
got
She's on the
3/4
train.
of the Courtesans.
Yeah.
How you doing, ladies?
We're good. How are you?
I'm very good. Keeping warm in this not so warm room,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
lovely.
but it's gonna get warmer soon.
I've got to play. So
Oh yeah, Agnes played. That's why she's dark and mysterious
Yeah, that's
with her
why I
shades on.
speak like
That's
that.
always Agnes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop the smooth talking, and I'm gonna confront you with this rumor that's been going on online, that you're working on new material, and it's gonna be the cover for Men's Not Hot.
What?
Big Shack. Is that the new song? No? Is it happening on stage? Who knows all the lyrics to Men's Not Hot?
Two plus two thing.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know what you're on about. No.
We can't
but I
confirm
think it's
anything. We
I
can't
think that
confirm
song's
it.
great. I mean,
Can't
like,
confirm it.
the fact that it's so shit and it's gone so viral and the bloke was literally taking the piss and all these kids think it's amazing, it's like, oh my God, this is the music industry now. We're doomed.
No, I think it is great. I think
You
every
got to wear a jacket indoors.
yeah, man's not hot. Man's not hot.
Man's not hot.
That's why we're covering Big Shack, yeah? Oh, sorry.
plus two
I've
is
just
five.
said it. I've said it. Sorry.
Oh, you fucking sold it.
Blown it.
Someone actually got it tattooed on their foot, like the chorus bit. I noticed the other day they were advertising that stick and poke thing all the time, which I don't think's a good idea, kids.
I've seen a Christmas jumper of Men's Not Hot.
Yeah.
So that's happening. Okay, we're gonna go a bit serious now. You ladies were on the Sophie stage at Buttstock.
Yeah.
And I've been following you on the socials, and you've been talking about it quite a lot. You support the cause. Ending bullying is, what's the relation between you? I think we touched on it the last time we spoke. Why is it so important to you?
Well, it's personal, isn't it? All of us feel the same. Like if we were to be bullied, we have been bullied, so we have that empathy. I think it's.
Well, yeah, no, it's. I definitely experienced it, which is really weird. I'm in the kindergarten, which had probably massive impact because it was so early when I was at the age of between 3 and 5, and the bullying came, ironically, from actual carers, from the adults. But then again, that was post-communist Poland. It was a bit different reality, but, it's no health and safety there. There was no. But yeah, so it had it probably changed me and shaped me and my personality for years to come, and I'm still battling that lack of self-esteem that was built on that bullying foundation, which obviously is much easier now when you grow up and you started learning your own value, but honestly it's been years and years of battle.
So what made you stronger as teenagers, as kids?
Well, I was severely bullied as a teenager, so my teenage years wasn't great. I was pretty much in a black hole throughout the entire thing. So I think when you're being bullied and you go through things like that and you're a misfit kid, which all of us was, if you're in the Midlands, if you're a grebo, I was one of them. I'm still one. You get a bit of shit, and it's tough. It's tough growing up as a teenager, and I wish someone back then would have just said, it's going to be all right, and just carry on being yourself, because there's only one of you, and I think that's so important that people remember that you are unique. There's only one of you in the world. There's no one else that can be you. So just take that and go with it and be proud of who you are, even if you're different, even if you're not, in trend with whatever's going on at that current moment. Just be yourself. And I think that's really important. And, that's a message that I think Sophie Lancaster Foundation really they believe in diversity and equality for all, and that's something we stand for as a band as well. So that's why it really touches with us, and we relate to it as well. And it's something that all of us feel comes from a dark but also a loving place.
And also ultimately what matters, and that is all that matters. You can be black, blue, yellow, green, whatever, and you might like heavy music or cheesy music or pop, whatever. But ultimately what matters is if you're a good person.
And if you're happy.
Yeah, happiness and being a good, kind person. The rest, fuck it.
But I think a lot of us grew up listening to rock, which kind of put us in some sort of an outcast or the weirdos, freaks, whatever you were called. We were called. Does it end as adults? Do you feel that it ended now?
No.
So we're still the freaks.
I feel like being a child. When you're bullied as a child, you think, oh, it's going to change when you're an adult. Yeah. No, that's the biggest load of crap. You will always be bullied by somebody. Well, most of the time you will be bullied by someone.
You will be your manager at work.
Yeah.
It could be anyone. It could be someone passerby on the street because, I don't know, you brush over his arm and he will just treat you like a piece of shit. And that kind of aggressive attitude when people take on you their frustrations or whatever, which is initially bullying, it never ends, but you probably gaining some form of immunity to the extent you build your own confidence and your own self-esteem and self-worth, and that's when you kind of learning to react to that with kindness or just ignore it, and that's the art that we all gain as an adult, I guess.
Okay,
so this is where our strength has come from. I think we've had to battle, and a lot of the people that weren't bullied as much, it seemed they've just gone through life and been weaker in aspects. When you see friends that you used to go to school with or acquaintances, even bullies, and they're like they've got nothing to show. No. Whereas we've fought and kept on fighting and taken this as more of a mantra that you have to keep fighting and fighting and fighting.
And made us better people, ultimately stronger and better people.
And that's why also the Sophie Lancaster Foundation has been extremely important to us.
Okay. And this is not the first time that we're talking about some serious issues. Mm-hmm. And your music kind of touches on spreading the love. Mm-hmm. But have you ever thought about going a bit political, about activism, about changes things a bit?
It's funny you should say
activists.
That. Oh. Yeah, we are activists. Yeah, we are activists as people. We are humanists, and we are actively involved in lots of different causes. Yeah, and obviously with the way the world is at the current moment, it's tough and we're not happy about it, and we're also not afraid to speak about it. So you will find in our new tracks that we are
especially new tracks.
Yeah, especially our new tracks that we're sort of more politically driven.
Direct.
Yeah. Direct, driven.
Say diplomatic way, being direct.
Yeah,
so what change do you think that musicians need to say more?
Absolutely. Do you know what? If people don't like the fact that we are saying more now, and to be honest, we actually are. I mean, if you're staying for the gig tonight, you're going to hear a couple of our new tracks, and we're not afraid to say what we think and how we feel, because it's something we stand by and we're not afraid. And I think more people need to do that. If you're not happy with the way the world is and you don't agree with that, say it. Stop hiding behind it. Stop sitting on
Stop playing safe, basically. Because there was fair few comments on social media I've seen. It's like people bands should keep the music going within the music realm and stop being so political. Excuse me, say that to Bob Dylan, Janis Joplin, all those people who actually were fucking political throughout the bloody whole history. Say it to them. So if you want a wishy-washy lyrics that say nothing, pretty much, just go ahead. There's plenty of that, if that's what you want. But listen, I'm not dissing anything, because sometimes you want escape from the heavy-duty subjects. You want mind-numbing type of thing, and that's okay as well. But I think people with brains, people who think, analyze, and have their opinions, they won't stick to that for all the time. They will need stimulation. a thought-provoking stimulation, and I think that's where the band's coming to, and that's where, especially big bands, they have platformed people to listen and to open their minds, and I think it's extremely important for bands to actually be political, be expressive about animals' welfare, anything actually, any issue that arises, social, political, and stuff like that.
Change will only happen if people start to stand up and speak
And
unite, definitely.
I think, do you know what, it's so funny because let me tell you that if like people can, you know, on Facebook, they can just literally jump onto someone's throats and unite in that way. I would tell you, use the Facebook, and if there would be 5 million people marching through London, walk out of a job and say, listen, if you don't do that or this, we're not coming back to work, they will bring the country to a standstill. Problems, people can't unite. They can't unite. They are too afraid about their families, which is understandable, but that's also is the way to keep people in control. Make them have family, make them implicate themselves in the debts and stuff like that. That's where you have a obedient sheep / slave, which has to care about their offspring, has to care about their, you know, financial situation. That's where people are stopping to, they stop to fight. But still, if everyone would come together as a massive force, what they can do. But it's very hard to unite, isn't it?
Okay. So I think we've established that you ladies are very opinionated and you're not scared of saying it. Okay? Which I love. I love. And I was hoping, maybe expecting, I'm not sure, that it's going to leak into your lyrics. But I know in the past you were more in charge of lyrics. Were you in charge of lyrics in the past?
Who, me?
Yes. No?
Oh,
was it?
no,
Or was it joint?
It's
Okay.
joint.
Yeah,
Always
yeah.
joint
To be honest, with us, like, none of us are precious with our writing or anything like that. We've all got a lot to say, and when it comes to writing,
Everyone brings something
to the party. If you've wrote something that's personal to you, you know, and we have a jam session, you might bring in some more ideas, and it's about we all know each other very well as well, and I think that's so important with our connection as a band. We're very close as friends. We feel like family, and we know each other inside and out. So when we're all going through these shit times that we're writing about, these people have been there. So there might have been a time when I was going through heartache, and some of the songs I've wrote, these people were there holding me up, so they know what I'm writing about. So they might bring something to the pot and be like, actually, what about this line? Because they know that feeling as well, and they also saw me go through it, like I've seen them go through stuff. So with us, it's a complete collective. There is no one person does this or one person does that.
Cooperative, I would say.
Yeah.
Anarcho-syndicalism in the band.
Yeah.
So even Vicky, that I've encountered as the quiet one, she contributes still.
Listen, she is quiet in front of you lot, but trust me, behind closed doors, that girl is not quiet.
She's a dark horse.
She's a dark horse. I mean, Vicky's quite shy. She's quite
reserved, I would say.
Reserved.
Shaved.
But in front of us, like, she's not.
Yeah.
Like, at all. Which is why it's so funny to us, because we're just like,
what is wrong?
Yeah.
She said she would prefer actually to play the stadium on her own, do a drum solo in front of 10,000 people than do one little interview.
Oh no. That's my New Year's resolution. That's my challenge for 2018.
Oh God,
I want to do a
luck.
one-on-one interview with Vicky.
You can break her. You can break her.
Okay, so guys, here at first. We're going to go a bit more kind of less serious, and I want to hear about your Xmas Christmas memories. One each, please, either good or bad. Christmas is coming. Are you fans or you're on the reserved side?
I know my best Christmas memory, actually. So when I was little, it was actually a present I got. So I didn't expect to get it at all, and my mum and dad, they were really young when they had me, so they were, did all the best for us at Christmas and what they could get, and they got me all the Raggy Dolls. So any 90s kids out there, you'll remember the Raggy Dolls, and they got me the whole set of Raggy Dolls. And they were like, it was a program, it's like Raggy Dolls, and there's like a big like little pen of it, and I had all of them in there, and you could take like their heads off and stuff. Yeah,
what was your
that
reaction?
was really special.
Did you cry? Did you scream?
I was like, have you guys seen that YouTube video, Nintendo 64? If you haven't seen it, it's where the kids are like, Nintendo 64! There's a remix version and everything. But yeah, it was kind of like that. So I was like, raggy dolls! But at the time I was about 5.
I'm gonna abandon you.
But we need your memory, your Christmas memory.
Right. You really don't want to hear that memory. But there's quick and 2. One is really happy when I got the red bike when I was a kid, and I always wanted the red bike. And I was cycling on my dad's bike, which was like 10 times too big, and I actually fell off it, and I bashed my clitoris on the frame, and I had a white off. And then I think after that accident, that's when my parents decided I need a proper kid's bike.
Oh, wow.
And we were very poor, so anyway, and that was really heartwarming. And then the worst one, when I was actually on smack and I was jacking up in the toilets during Christmas dinner. Polar opposites.
Thanks for sharing. Okay.
Oh my god.
Saffire, you're going to have to top that one up.
All right.
Not sure how you can.
So I'm going to go for the other end. So an ex-boyfriend of mine, he came round in the morning to unwrap the presents, and I'd been telling him, no, I've got a brilliant present for you, and I kept on laughing about it and giggling, and he was like really looking forward to it. So Christmas morning came, we're all sitting around the tree, and people start unwrapping presents, and I push my present towards him, and he opens it and he says, "What the fuck is this?" And my family look round at me in horror, and they're like, and he pulls out this, this dirty hoe from the garden. You know, like when you use it for gardening. So I got this dirty hoe with mud all over it, no handle, rusty. It was just covered in mud, obviously. And I put it in the box, and I put it in another box on top of that, and then another box.
He was excited.
And I was crying and rolling around on the floor, and all he could do was look at me in disgust.
Only Saf would do something like that.
That was the best Christmas present I ever had, was his face.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing, ladies. So I'm guessing you're excited about Christmas, less excited, or waiting to prank someone
quite
again?
excited, actually.
Okay,
We've got some
ladies.
good presents for people this year.
Presents are not important.
Yeah.
They're not a thing. I don't think any... Just stop! Everyone stop Christmas presents. Like, it's ridiculous.
And that's after you share that amazing story about those raggities.
Yeah, but when you're kids, it's different. I mean, kids shouldn't get... I don't think kids should get a lot anyway. You should just get, like, you know, they should get a treat, don't get me wrong. But when it's... People go crazy, don't they? It's too much. And when you're adults, you just think, oh, fuck it, come on, let's have a beer and some food and be happy.
Oh my god.
It's just about food, isn't it? Especially when you grow up and there's no kids around. I've got 2 kittens now, so it's all about them.
It's almost the same. Yeah. Okay, ladies, what's up next for Courtesans?
So we're on our subspecies tour at the moment, and we're just at the end of it. Actually, we've got about 5-6 more shows left. So yeah, we're finishing the tour, and then we're going to continue to keep writing for the next album, and who knows what will happen next year. So there's a couple of things that might happen, but we can't say.
Okay, so we're expecting for more announcements.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, ladies, anything else you want to add to fans and listeners out there?
Anything we wish to add?
If you could... okay,
Hear me out.
Fuck it. I'm just going to add this in there. Okay, so Christmas is coming up, and I just want to throw out there that you don't need to eat animals on your Christmas plate. So if any of you are going to be eating vegan for Christmas, or if you're going to have any sort of vegan treats, I will happily receive pictures of them all. So you can send it via Instagram, you can send it via my Facebook, Twitter, whatever you like. I'd love to see your vegan foods.
Anything on your
For
side?
the animals.
Any requests from Saffire?
I love bacon. Oh no! Sorry.
Okay, the 2 collisions of Courtesans.
Vegan man for the animals.
Okay.
Sauce.
People on the planet.
Don't eat meat. Don't eat meat.
Okay, ladies, thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Thank you. Oh, even getting a hug. It's not even Christmas. Thank you very much. If you do... Ooh! Okay.
In perfect unison.
I know. Amazing.